Hello everyone, your voice here and welcome to our channel Sansevieria 101. So for this episode we're going to feature, this time we're going to have an inflorescence coming from a Sansevieria hybrid called Silver Fern, and this is, by the way, one of the hybrids coming from the Philippines, and the breeder is our very own Glanz Ang. Unfortunately, we're not able to record the parentage of this hybrid because this is one of his old hybrids, and when I asked him, he told me that he can't recall what were the parentage of this specific hybrid called Silver Fern. So as you have noticed, the first two pictures are kind of different. They were from an initial flower bloom that I had with this specific hybrid. So it's very hard to spot the first stages. If you're not able to spot it, you will not be able to record the first few days of the budding stages. Fortunately, I was able to save some of the early stage or the first few days of the budding stages. And then I have collated it with the budding stages that I have came up with the recent flower bloom for this specific hybrid. So as you fellas can see, these are the budding stages, the transformation, and later on we'll take some measurements regarding how tall this flower stalk is and how many flowers per cluster, what the flowers look like. Alright, so I think we're done with the budding stages. Now we're going on with the blooming stages, and for this specific specimen, only that one flower up there, it bloomed early, and for a couple of days it's just that one flower that bloomed. Then I had to wait for a couple of days for the succeeding buds to open up. As you can see, there were a few pictures there having just one flowers blooming for about 5 days. That's kind of strange for me. But then succeeding days, all the following buds opened up, and this is how the blooming stages look like. Alright, the flowers are whitish, and this is a video that I have taken of the blooming stage of the Sansevieria hybrid known as Silver Fern. Alright, so there you go. That is the flower stalk. And after that flower stalk, there were two other flower spikes coming from the other two from that clump. That is how the Silver Fern looks like. It kind of looks like Dancing Dragon, but Dancing Dragon is a bit thicker cylindrical leaves compared to Silver Fern. Nonetheless, they are both very beautiful plants or hybrids. Alright, so this the date of this video was taken March 31st, 2023, and the first picture that I took for this specific inflorescence was at March 15. So I think there's about 17 to 18 days for the flower stalk or this inflorescence to reach its full bloom stages. Alright, so that's the flower stalk. The height is about 10 to 12 inches. The flowers per cluster, there are 6 to 4 flowers in a cluster. Also, the flower tubes, they measure about an inch or lesser than an inch. They're almost uniform even from the bottom all the way to the top. There's no a reduction in the flower tube size, as you can see. It's kind of hard to count on there with regards to the flower per cluster, but I have noted down that there are about 6 to 4 flowers in that specific cluster. Alright, so I think we have everything covered. And by the way, I have matched this inflorescence or this specific flower stalk with the species Canaliculata, and hopefully I will come up with a pale green hybrid which which will be having a thicker cylindrical leaf comparable to Dancing Dragon. All right, so folks, thank you for watching. If you like the content, please like and subscribe.